here with Charles Brown, designer of Charles Lord Collection. So Charles, tell me, what inspired you to even become a designer?
Well, Alicia, what inspired me to become? It's just always been there. It's been something. I know I started designing. I always say I started designing when I was 10, and that's the earliest I literally have sketches for and remember. But I just always appreciated clothes and style and decor and all of those sorts of aesthetic things, and so I think it just sort of naturally came about. My mother was a seamstress, is a seamstress, and so growing up as a very little child, I always remember her sewing, and so I think that probably had something to do with it. I also come from a very style-conscious family. I mean, my father, my mother, my grandmother, my uncles, everyone was just very...
So it runs in the family.
Right, yes, it does. Very elegant, very much having a sense of style, an individual sense of style.
And you're wearing one of your designs right now. Can you tell us about this piece you're wearing tonight?
Well, this piece is from my last collection, which was entitled Come to My Garden.
Okay.
And this is it's just a sleeveless sort of wraparound style tunic. It's unisex, so man or woman. We showed a woman's version in apricot linen, not apricot, like a coral linen. So this past collection, I really wanted to focus more on my ready-to-wear. Charles Lord primarily is known for couture, and I love couture, never going to stop doing couture. But I wanted to do something a little bit more egalitarian for everyone that could fit a number of sizes and body types. That was ready to sell since the show, the presentation for Emerald City. Yes. Alicia was wonderful to help out and be a part of the show with us. Ever since, things have been going very well, and I've sold several pieces, and everyone has just been a fabulous response to the collection. So I definitely feel I'm on the right track, and that's sort of just the way I'm headed. I understand what couture is, even though you hear the word all the time. Couture is not another word for fashion. It's not a synonym. Couture means handmade garments, handmade apparel that is made specifically for a particular client. So if you, Alicia, came to me and said, I need a gown, and I either design a gown specially from you from scratch, or you choose a gown from my collection, but in either way, it's made to your measurements, it's in the fabric of your choosing, all of those things. Of course, I give guidance and inspiration, and it's still my idea, but it's made specifically for you.
Couture is your main focus.
Couture is my heart.
Okay.
My main focus right now is growing Charles Lord and taking it to the next level, however that needs to be done, but also very organically and still remaining true to our guiding principles as a company. So even with the ready-to-wear line, with this sort of thing, I'm not going to, this fabric, this was all there was of this fabric. You know what I'm saying? So there's not going to be another version of this in this fabric. So to call something like this couture wouldn't be exactly right, but it is still one of a kind. It is still very unique, and not exactly duplicated. So so there's still
the touch of couture there.
You took the words out of my mouth. Okay. That's why I hesitated, because it's an inside joke between me and Fatima is the term touch of couture.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'll explain that to you in the blooper reel.
Oh no. Looking forward to that.
Right.
All right, and so let me go ahead and just mention Omar College of Design.
Yes.
That is the college that you attended for designing.
One of the colleges.
Oh, one of the colleges. And where else have you gone?
I went to American Intercontinental University in Atlanta, Georgia.
All right.
In the Buckhead area. So I went there first for about 3 years, and then took a little bit of a break. And then once I came back here, I went to Omar for about a year and a half.
With going to both of those schools, did either one of them help to mold, shape, maybe change, or do anything for you as a designer, as becoming who you are?
I mean, I couldn't do what I do today without the education because it taught me how to sew. It taught me how to pattern make. That's where I learned the business of fashion, how to market myself, how to own and run an apparel business. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely formed me in that sense as a business owner and as a craftsman of apparel. But as far as a designer, for me at least, it's very natural. I think all great artists, designers, musicians, whatever they are, it comes from within first and foremost. And they perfect their craft through education, whether it's self or institutional education. But that special something has to come from within first and foremost.
Yeah, definitely. I believe that. Yeah. Okay, and so we know Come to My Garden was your last collection. Have you already started on another collection? Anything
Trying to be all up in my business. I am working on the next collection, which will be for fall, and I haven't honed in on exactly what it will be, and I mean I'm still way ahead of the game because it's June,
right?
So and most designers don't start working on their collections for a couple of months before, but I try to be more proactive and get started. So I definitely have several ideas, several sketches, but I'm working on some things that hopefully will come even prior to the next collection.
Do you have shows coming up or anything that you know of at the moment, or you're going to
definitely working on some things that will hopefully take place this summer.
Okay.
So as soon as I know, of course you know that you will know.
Great.
Through you,
yes.
the public will know.
All right. So if anyone would like to purchase the collection that we talked about so far, or any of your garments that you're either making or have something, couture, especially made just for them, how will we get in touch with you?
You can contact me through my website, which is www.charleslord.com. That's CharlesLord.com, all one word. So that's where you can go and see my previous collection, but not the current collection. I haven't updated that just yet, but that's coming in the next couple of weeks.
All right.
There's also Facebook, the Charles Lord Facebook page. That's a good way to contact and even quicker to find out what's going on and what's latest and greatest there. So yeah, those are the two main ways, is through either Facebook or CharlesLord.com. It's the best way to contact me there. Like you just said, Alicia, we have you can come get a couture piece, but we have plenty of things that are ready-made that you can find something to work with. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much, my friend, Mr. Charles Brown, designer extraordinaire. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Beyonce
started
what is now House of Duran. When it first was an inkling in her and Tina's mind, it was called a touch of couture. Bastardization of the term couture, which is why I took the moment and the thing to explain to folks.
You like, before I say that.
Oh, I'm wearing couture. No, you are not. You are not wearing couture. Right. You are not wearing couture. You are wearing clothes, period. You are wearing something that was manufactured in Taiwan or Indonesia.
Oh no!
And at 1,000 pieces, per color, and that's not at all couture. Juicy couture is not couture. No, it was just like really, and then a touch of. That's so good. That's good. Because every hood that you ever been in had some hair salon, some nail salon, a touch of class, a touch of finesse, a touch of something. Baby, either give me the damn couture or don't, but don't be giving me a touch of nothing. You understand me?
Okay,
you hear me when I say? So that's why. So anytime me and Fatima are talking about something like that, it's just a touch of, just a touch of couture. I just want to wear a little touch of couture.
Even it's couture.
So that's what I was gonna say, because I wanted to say it, and I was like, I paused, and you said, I was like, see,
that's not what I wanted to say.
I don't want folks thinking I'm trying to take over the House of Duran.
Okay, now we all know about a touch of couture.
Yeah.
We can't even run.
Love you, babe. And Tina too.